think you should.
Hey guys, I am back with another life story, and I'd just like to start off by saying nobody got arrested in this story, but me and 26 other kids definitely could have because of our stupid ass German teacher. And if you enjoy, please leave a like and subscribe. It really does help my channel grow. So, today, January 10th, 2018, started off like basically all my other school days. I go to the library as soon as I get off the bus and I fall asleep and I wait for the bell to ring so I can go to German class. So I fall asleep and I get like 4 minutes of sleep, but the bell rings and I make my way to German class, and the teacher is already in there, which I thought was weird because usually I have to wait at the door for her to arrive because she's like never there on time. So I sit down and class starts, and she stands up in front of the whole fucking class and starts singing and some German song that nobody knows, and she's waving her arms all around, and I'm just sitting there thinking like she just smoked crack or something. So basically an hour or so later of her just going crazy and nobody listening or learning anything in that class, the bell rings and everybody leaves to go to advisory. And for those of you who do not know what advisory is, it is after first period for some reason. It's basically just a home room. So, anyways, after advisory, I head to second period and it is English. So, as soon as I walk in the door, the teacher asks if I'm ready for the quiz, and I'm not because I just basically had to listen to my German teacher go on and on about God knows what for a whole entire hour, maybe even more, because I don't even know. I lost track of time, and my mind just was not there for that test. So, I'm taking the test, and it basically exactly the second I finish the test, the phone rings on the wall. And I'm saying, of course, that's for me, like as a joke, thinking, of course, it's not for me. And of course, it's for me. And me and another student gets called down to the guidance room. So I'm walking out of the room looking at everyone like, I didn't do shit. Why the hell am I getting called down there? So I get to the guidance room after walking down there. It was only like a 2 minute trip, wasn't that long. And I see half of my German class sitting in the room. And we instantly knew this was all about our German teacher, and we're all trying to figure out why we are here. And I'm talking to people, and apparently everybody was called down to different places. Like, some people were called down to the media center, some people were called down to the principal's office, some people were called down to the German teacher's room, some people were actually called down to the right place, but we all found ourselves in the right place eventually. So eventually, after like 5 minutes of waiting, the whole German class is sitting there in the conference room, and the school cop walks in and says, "So I guess you all know why you're here." And everyone gives him like a puzzled look, and he says, "Well, I just heard someone talking about the keys." And I'm looking around the room like, oh fuck, just because a few days ago, it was actually before a snow break, me and a few other kids took the German teacher's keys out of the closet door because she was stupid enough to leave them in there, and we just put them in the sink or whatever. It wasn't that big of a deal. Like, she just went over to the sink afterwards and picked them back up. It wasn't like the biggest thing ever. She didn't say anything. She didn't send us down to the office for taking them. So we were all sitting there thinking that that's why we were called down, because of the keys that we took out of the German teacher's closet door. But then he says, "So the German teacher's keys went missing first period, and you guys were the first period class, so one of you took them." So we're all sitting there scared out of our minds because we don't want to get suspended or written up or even expelled for stealing this German teacher's keys. And the cop starts going off about what will happen if like he doesn't get the keys within the next 4 minutes. And he says, "If you don't give us the keys right now, we will search you. And when we find it, we will handcuff you, put you in the back of a cop car, bring you down to the station, fingerprint you, take your picture, and we will give you a criminal record, and you will have to go to court for larceny." So I was the first person to talk, and I said, "Yeah, a few days ago we were dicking around with the German teacher's keys. We took them out of the closet door because she was stupid enough to leave them in there, which is actually her fault, basically, and we gave them back." So then he immediately asked, "Were you the people who took them this morning?" And we were like, wait. This happened before the winter break, and we did not take them this morning. I don't know what happened to them this morning. We did not take them. And he doesn't really believe us that we actually didn't steal the keys first period. And so we're all sitting there thinking, what if someone planted it on us? Like, we could go to jail today. We could actually be walking out of this building in handcuffs in front of the whole school. Personally, I think that would actually be kind of funny. I would have loved to have that happen. It would be the freaking awesomest thing. I would have looked like a boss. But like most people were scared out of their minds. At like one point, someone was even crying. Like they were actually scared that they would be arrested and they would never be able to go to college. Their whole entire life would be screwed up because of something that someone planted on them. And there'd be no way to prove it because, like fingerprinting, they don't really care to fingerprint these small little keys. Like it would honestly be pretty hard to do to begin with. But so at this point, we were in there for about an hour, and the police officer actually left for a little bit so we could discuss and then find out what actually happened. And he comes back into the room saying, I have good news. And then 2 seconds later, he says, well, not all good news. And I'm like, oh shit, come on. And the German teacher walks in holding her keys in her hand saying, I found them. And someone asks, where did you find them? And then she says, oh, it was with my stuff on my desk. And right when she said that, everybody flipped shit and saying, wow, what the fuck? And everyone's super mad. And then she goes to give this half-assed apology, shaking people's hands, giving hugs on the way out because she just realized, oh shit, I just fucked up big time. Like, I'm probably going to get fired or non-renewed next year because I just accused 27 kids of stealing my keys and threatening them to go to jail with larceny charges. Like, oh my gosh, what did I just do? Like, honestly, I hope she gets fired over this. Oh, and actually, I found out in the bus that she did not lose them first period during our class. She lost them the day before, at the start of that day, but didn't even bother reporting them on that day, and just needed someone to blame, so she blamed us, because she didn't really like us. Who the fuck has the nerve to blame 27 kids over taking the blame for losing your own keys? Who the fuck does that? That person should be locked up. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video about how my teacher almost got me arrested. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe.